gather round every pony, 'cause I'm going to be telling you of an old traditional mare's tale called The Night Before Christmas. Only I'm doing it in my version, of course. So sit back, relax, grab yourself something hot, chocolate, drink cider, mulled wine, whatever floats your proverbial boat, as Discord proudly presents The Night Before Housewarming. 'Twas the night before housewarming, and all through the cabin all creatures were resting, including a dragon, in hopes that dear Celestia would come visit their abodes, and to give them all blessings as she travelled down the roads. All winter wear were hung up for the night, and all pony kind were snuggled up tight. I was just getting up with my fingers about, that I might cause chaos in Equestria throughout. Too much? Chaos? Really? Okay, fine. I'll not include chaos. I was just getting up with my fingers about, looking to see dear Celestia's snout. I waited a while to see a glimmer of light. I stayed like that for most of the night. Then from afar arose such a noise, I generally thought it was one of the boys. Yup. But then when it got closer, lo and behold, Celestia appeared, radiant and bold. Her cart was being pulled by a 6-pony lead, for the cart in weight it had over-exceeded. A slice of cake was in her hoof, her belly growing from her sugar goof. The alicorn dressed in holiday attire, but if you look at her bump, it looked like satire. I closed my eyes, my mind on confetti, in desperately trying to forget that big belly. And yet my peeping eyes could not deter her distinct beautiful figure, such as it were. She picked up her weight with her magical horn, and was so quick you'd think she was sworn. She grabbed a bag of what I assumed to be goodies, but instead, inside was a bag full of hoodies. She pulled out a sweater that could be described as bizarre, for it looked like some pony left a glitter supply ajar. She folded it nicely for the pony in mind, and put it in the mailbags so that they could then find. If she was trying to be discreet, she was doing a poor job, for now every creature awake from this noisy slob. But Celestia continues, and doesn't mind a bit. After all, Celestia wants to show that she's legit. She strikes a pose, out in the streets, to show off her large bodice that grows when she eats. And everyone groans when they see all her mass, but applaud her anyway as she did her chass. She delivered the old sweaters to all the right homes, then tiptoed back to the cart like a gnome. She climbed up to the top of the wagon she drove, and pulled from within it a working stove. She opened the door, and what did I see? But even more baked goods for her majesty. Then munching down, taking a mouthful, a look from her eyes as she took another spoonful, then looking at me, looking quite astute, put her hoof on her face and gave it a boop. Then cried the alicorn mare at the stroke of midnight, and proceeded again out into the moonlight. Now twilight and rainbow dash and fluttery shy on Rarity, Applejack, and Pinkie Pie to the end of the street, as I need a big stall. Come, pull away, pull away, pull away all. And I heard her exclaim as she rode out of sight, "Oh dear me, these pants are really tight." And before you know, as this tale has begun, now 'tis time to say to you, we're done. Well, what do you think?